1,000 women begin a transition into menopause. Those symptoms can seriously impact your quality of life. So what can help? Well, Dr. Elizabeth Loudon, an endocrinologist for Henry Meds, is here to talk about some possible treatments. Thank you for being with us, doctor. Certainly, menopause is having a moment. I, for one, am happy that we're talking about perimenopause and menopause because people are actually learning that it's a huge deal for women.
Yes, you're right, Kara. Thank you so much for having me. It is an important topic that we don't talk about enough, so I agree. I'm happy that we're giving it the time it deserves.
Yeah, so what are some of the most common and overlooked symptoms that maybe you've even gone to your doctor and they've said, oh, there's nothing wrong?
Oh, absolutely. So menopause and perimenopause, the years leading up to menopause, are really dictated by lots of times of hormonal change. So women's hormone levels have been very stable, regulated and fluctuating, but stable over the years leading up to this. As those levels start to change, become more erratic, and decline, women start to have these symptoms that we associate with menopause. Some of those symptoms are very common, and you hear about them all the time, like hot flashes and night sweats. But there are so many other symptoms that women don't necessarily attribute to hormonal changes that are just as important. These are things like difficulty with sleep, mental fogginess, brain fog, decreases in libido, joint pain, fatigue, mood changes, energy changes. Essentially, women just don't feel like themselves anymore, and they don't always understand why. Many times it comes down to these hormonal changes, but luckily we have treatments for it.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that hormone replacement therapy, HRT, you're probably seeing a lot about this on social media, or maybe your friends are talking about it. It's been controversial. Certainly our mothers were told no, no, no. And now there's really been a change in thinking. I'm actually hosting an event soon in West Hartford, the Mandel JCC, because we're learning a lot more that HRT might be right for a lot of women now.
Yes, HRT is right for a lot of women. And so when we think about the changing landscape around hormone replacement therapy, it really comes down to a study that came out about 25 years ago, a quarter of a century ago, that really caused a lot of fear surrounding HRT. Now, we know so much more about women's health, menopause, the appropriate treatments for menopause since that time. We are treating women with lower doses that are very individualized to each patient and their symptoms. We're also focusing on younger age women, people in the perimenopausal and early menopausal state. And so because of that, we're providing very safe and effective treatments for these women that assist with all their symptoms.
Yeah, and I know that you have spent your life studying as an endocrinologist. Sometimes you're going to go to the doctor right now, and they might not be, unfortunately, as up to date as some of the current information that's coming out. And a lot of women say, well, how do I get this? And how do I know if I'm eligible?
Right. So as we mentioned, many women are going to be eligible. And right now, the only way to get access to HRT is through a prescription. So you do need to talk to a trusted healthcare provider. Now, start with your primary care doctor, but if you don't feel comfortable having an open and honest conversation about your symptoms, your medical history, there's other places you can go too. I mean, here at Henry Meds, we focus a lot on each individual woman that comes in, her symptoms, her medical issues, her family history, to make sure that we really provide individualized care just for her.
Is there a certain... I know that menopause, I think the average age is around 52, but you know, women who are going through perimenopause, it might be 8 or 10 years earlier. Is there a thinking of when you might want to start HRT if you're really feeling these symptoms, like including anxiety or you know, other symptoms? Maybe not hot flashes, but just a lot of problems that are affecting your life?
That's a great question, because you're right. The average age of menopause, full cessation of menstrual cycles, is about 52, but women can start having symptoms as early as their late 30s. So they might have regular menstrual cycles, but still having some of these symptoms that they're not sure if they're related to their hormones or not. That is the perfect time to start opening that conversation. Different levels of different hormones can impact all these various symptoms. And that's why, again, it's important to talk to someone who knows the history, who knows the background, that they can really tailor that treatment individually to what you're experiencing.
All right, doctor, thank you for being with us. And, you know, I know your advice is go to your own doctor first. If that's not the conversation that you need to have, you can go with Henry Meds or other places like this. How do we get in touch?
Correct. So you have lots of options open to you. If you would like to come see us at Henry Meds, it's henrymeds.com. We are happy to help you with this lab transition.
All right, thank you for sharing some information and busting some of these menopause myths for us.